What up, Herd? Welcome to Cover Lovers Special Edition New York Comic Con 2023. That's right. That's right. We are going to be going over the exclusives for New York Comic Con today.
I want to finish that.
Oh, really?
I want to finish it.
Oh, well, next time, Dale. I promise.
I'll just replay you a rewind.
So I guess that'll do.
Oh, my goodness. All right.
I'm going to mute myself. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Well, let's start off with Steve. Steve, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
What up, guys? What up? It's your boy Steve, aka Hip Hop Cinema _comics_collectibles, ready for another session of Cover Lovers NYCC edition. Let's get out of here, kid. You bother me. Let's get down and dirty with it. What's up, Jeff?
What's going on? This is Jeff Icky Driven. I'm a little blinded. I saw the deck, so all that foil.
Lots of foil. Any butts?
You know what? I honestly didn't take that close of a look, but of course, if Alonso made the deck, you guarantee there's definitely at least a handful.
Oh, and that's the best kind of butts.
Yeah. With that said, I'm ready for we're here for New York Comic Con.
I'm sorry if I offend. I was going to say I'm sorry if I offended anybody, but I'm not.
We shouldn't be either.
We're talking about covers. There's no way around.
I mean, if you've been watching the show for a long time, you know Alonzo's a TNA fan. So
there's no beating around the bush for him.
I don't mind the cover.
I
really love that.
I have a little obsession. What can I say?
Killing me.
How are you, Mike? How are things?
I forgot to tell you that I told Selena when she gave me my commission that I was mad at her for not drawing me a butt. She's like, "Well, you didn't ask for a butt." I said, "Well, you gave me boobs and vag, so I'm all right with that."
Well, you know what? The next time you get a commission, you get a butt, right?
Oh yeah, I guess I'll have to get a second one so that I actually do have two. I need to get a third one, I guess.
Third time's the charm, as they say.
The first one wasn't really a commission. I bought a existing piece of art from her.
I like it.
And then I commissioned because she was originally doing nudes before she did covers. So I wanted to commission what she was doing before. I wanted a nude rather than like a Vampy or a Red Sonja or whatever. So which seems silly in hindsight. But that said, I'm happy to have something a little different than everybody else. So.
Right on.
Anyway,
I'm happy for you, Mike. That's
all right.
I'm not jealous.
Glorious.
We're all more jealous of Alonzo for that fucking Frank Cho behind him.
What are you talking about? This is, I mean, come on. If there's no butts though.
She looks sexy though.
She does.
It's just an amazing piece. That's all.
All right, gentlemen, before we get started, as always, got to give a shout out to our sponsors. Cover Price, make sure to sign up and use code word Nirvana14 for 30 days of unlimited cover price for only 99 cents. And also Bird City Comics, make sure to use TNH10 to save yourself 10% off of your purchase at Bird City Comics.
You change that to TNA 10?
Yeah, TNA 10.
No, it should be TNA 10. But also, too, Bird City is going to be in New York City Comic Con, and they also have a couple of exclusives. So, definitely give them a check.
By the booth if you're on the East Coast.
You got more than a couple of exclusives.
I only got a couple. So if you have some more, let me know. And then also quick shout out to our team Nerd Herd Horseman, Uncle Rudy, Something Wong, D'Anime, and Glenn 2K12. Thank you guys for making the community and the chat what they are, man. Definitely appreciate you guys. And our friend Eddie, our DJ, make sure to give him a follow at Beats by Monster. All right, let's dive into the chat. Look at that. We got GT Key, and GT Key's wishing everybody in Canada happy Thanksgiving. I love it.
It is. Happy Thanksgiving to those Canadians.
That's right.
The snow Mexicans? What are you talking about, John?
Ronnie, what's going on?
Look at that. GT Key, yes.
Oh, he most certainly.
Later in life, I'm going to kick myself for reading comments out loud.
Yeah.
And someone's gonna soundbite that shit. They're gonna take it out and be like, "See, Morello called them that."
Oh, look at that. Canadian Survivalist. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, Sam, I am. Dude, thank you for all the updates that you're doing, man. I appreciate it. And then also shout out Chad Cave. What is going on? Oh, yeah.
Look what you started.
Yeah. And look at that. Look at that.
No, I didn't say. He said it first.
He's got all the
I just
best
read his
Canadian
comment.
jokes. Look at that.
See, look, that's how it starts, Jeff. See, now you make it sound like I said it.
That's the ball rolling, right?
Yep.
Damn.
Yep. All right, you guys ready? You guys ready for some New York
Let's
City?
go.
Oh,
Hi,
look at
Trish.
No,
And Trish from Florida.
No, I'm not. I hate con exclusives.
Oh,
She's
but you're
messaging
gonna love.
from Disney World.
That's right,
So
from
this ought to
Disney
be a
World.
great episode.
But you're gonna love.
I
these
can't
exclusives.
wait.
Here we go. Our first one comes up from Marvel, so you can get these at the Marvel booth, 2153 and 2453. So make sure to hit them up at their booth. But we're
So
gonna get
this slide
started.
is basically what every Marvel cover looks like, just a big Marvel logo on it.
Well, something like that. So we have at the Marvel booth, you can pick this up, Marvel Unlimited. It's Iron Man number 10, and it is a variant cover, as you can see. And also at the Marvel store, you can get the Lobos cover for Amazing Spider-Man number 34 and the Todd Knock cover for Captain America number 1. All right, Mike, of the three, I mean, just provide some little insights on these.
I actually really like the Iron Man. I don't know why exactly. It's a little bit cheesy, but maybe that's why I like it. It is a little bit of a different feel. It's got Tony as like the arrogant, overdressed dandy that he is, which is kind of cool. Maybe a little bit too much white on it, but it's actually a cool cover. I'm very much over what's going on in the cap. I'm so sick of that pose. That homage is just like enough with that homage already, for God's sake. And the Lobos is not a great Lobos. It's a meh Lobos, which is still probably better than 90% of everybody else's covers. But for my money, if I was to have to buy one of these, I think I'd buy the Iron Man.
Okay. All right. What about you, Steve? What are your thoughts?
Dude, I dig the Iron Man. The background plain as far as white background. Looks like the wedding shot of a lifetime mixed with Marvel and pets. Lobos is good. It's not his best work. Still solid. And then Captain America, man. I mean, I dig Captain America, but that 300 homage has got to stop. I mean, they got to come up with like, and I get where you come out with an homage and paying homage to it, but I mean, this thing has seen its test in time already.
Right?
It's really not the greatest cover to begin with either. I mean,
I mean, there are better covers. The Bird is the word. Kenneth Bird, what's going on?
It's not a great cover to begin with. I don't know why it's the one everyone chooses to homage. I don't know. Maybe it's just.
I'm probably going right down the center, right down the middle to Lobos.
Okay.
If I had
What
to
about,
pick.
what about you, Jeff?
Can't be mad at that.
Let's see. Yeah, I mean, at least the Knock, art is good. At least better than a headshot.
Yeah, I know you're damn right
Good
about
call
that.
there.
I get why they homage it. It's just because that was such a big deal when it came out. It was such a different looking cover style at the time. So, it's overdone now. The Lobos, I kind of agree with Mike. It's not the best Lobos, but it's also not bad. It's just, I would just say it's right down the middle almost for him. And I actually do like the Iron Man 10, and it's probably because I'm a sucker for like the animals and the different creatures that they have. Like they've got Lockheed, they've got Jeff the Land Shark, they've got Pizza Dog. So
Jeff the Land Shark.
They
I
got
love
that
him.
turtle. They got freaking the cat too.
and I dig Emma's outfit, wedding dress, excuse me.
Yep. All right. So these are just the comic books right now that you can get at the Marvel booth. But guess what? We all know that Marvel does a lot of stuff in their panels. So we got these ones here. at the Marvel panels, we got the Women of Marvel, and you can get Ms. Marvel, the New Mutants #2, or the New Mutant #2. Marvel Fanfare got the panel Marvel Fanfare, and you would get Gods #1. They have the Amazing Spider-Man Gang War panel, and you would get the Amazing Spider-Man #35, which incidentally is also the cover for the program for New York Comic Con. And then we also have the Avengers Assemble panel, where you could get Avengers #5, a different cover. All right, guys. So it's kind of a lot. And again, let's not talk about purely spec here. We're just looking at the covers itself. So of these covers, you got 4 to choose from. You can tell me which cover you like the best, or you can say like as well as like which panel you would like to kind of sit in. So we'll start off with Steve. Steve, your thoughts on the cover and which panel would you like to sit in?
So the panel I probably would like to sit in is the Marvel Fanfare for Gods, because Jonathan Hickman's writing it all in his universe. So that would be something I'd be interested in. Powers of X was great. And what he's doing now is from what I hear, a lot of people are telling me that you want to pick these books up. So the panel there, as far as the cover, I'm going to go with the Avengers Assemble. I like the black and white with the touch of red involved. Yeah, the art wise, in the direction of, for me, I would be going for Avengers Assemble. Yep.
All right.
That was easy.
Yeah, that was. All right, Jeff. Jeff, you look like you're really thinking about this, man. I can tell.
Well, I'd be torn between the panels if I have to choose one.
You have to choose one panel.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, so I'd be curious. But I would have a bad feeling I probably wouldn't like the story. It just doesn't sound right. I would probably be more interested in Marvel Fanfare just because, like Steve said, Hickman would be there. We'd be talking about these new Marvel gods. But I'd also be interested in Women of Marvel because I'm a big Ms. Marvel fan too. And I love the fact that they finally made her exactly how they had conceptually made her. Mm-hmm. She's a mutant now. So I would be interested in that too, just to see where they were going with that. So I'll let Steve tell me about the Fanfare, and I'll go to the Women of Marvel one.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
Deal. That's a deal.
And if I was to pick one up, just for my personal, I would want the Spider-Man one. And I also, I know we're not talking spec, but that's going to be the most recognized one if the New York Comic Con guide is the cover.
Mm-hmm.
So.
All right, Jeff. I like it. All right, Mike.
The panel I would go. I want to see them. I want to see them do good things with anything mutant. Like I'm really concerned about how they're going to move forward with mutant stuff, and so that's the one I'd want to go to just to hear about their plan for that. I did not watch the Miss Marvel show, so I will. I just haven't gotten to it. There's been too much Star Wars content.
Please watch it with Dale. I think he might enjoy it.
I think that people that I know that watched it enjoyed it too. So I'm looking forward to watching it eventually. So I think it's probably better than even I expect it to be. But so that's the one I'm most interested in, not only because I'm a huge mutant and X-Men fan and all that kind of thing, but also I also like to see how they handle women in the movies without like making it gratuitous. I want it to be organic and natural, and I'd like to see how they're planning on doing that or not doing that. We'll find out, I guess. And cover art wise, I guess the Avengers Assemble is probably my favorite of them. But I mean, when you can get the regular art on a regular cover, kind of bothers me a little bit. But I think the contrast between the black and white edges and the colored inside is kind of striking to me. So I think I like that the best.
Man, you and Steve. All right. I love it.
Yeah.
All right. And then moving on to one other one here. And this one is also at the Marvel panel, and it's a classified book. This one is called Marvel the Next Big Thing, and that's the name of the panel. But we don't know exactly what the cover is going to be. We do know that it's going to be drawn by Lionel Francis Yu. So he's the one who's going to be doing it. But yeah, we don't know yet.
The next big thing.
Yeah. Any thoughts on what the cover could be? Like, do you guys have any ideas? Again, it's Marvel's Next Big Thing, and Lionel Francis Yu is the one that's going to be drawing it. I mean, what are you guys is like? I know I'm asking you guys last minute, but what are your thoughts? I mean, who could be on this cover?
Ooh, boy, oh boy.
It's one of three things, right?
Wolverine and Deadpool?
Could be that.
What about Giant Man? For the HasLab.
Could be. Oh, I like this. Like, could be Thanos. Could be.
Oh,
it could be.
I've heard about Crystal and Rom, so I heard about this too.
Versus
Rom.
Yep. That would be dope.
Yep.
It could be the first appearance of a new character.
Could be.
It could be literal terms like Galactus, or they can do what they've done before, where they mishmash a character with somebody else's powers, like Colossus and Juggernaut. So, like, who knows?
Okay, all right. And Mike, anything? Any insights? Any thoughts? You're like, no.
He goes, I already know what it is.
I mean, I don't know. The next big thing. I mean, it's going to be some stupid mashup. I don't know. I mean, I don't. I'm just Marvel throwing stuff at the wall to see what sticks, and they're going to try to bump it up with a special cover to make everyone crazy about it for a week. I don't know. Okay. I don't know. It could be a billion things. Who knows? I really don't. Right.
Mickey joins the Marvel universe.
Warlock.
All right. Let's move on. All right. So that brings us now to Carnivore Comics, and they're going to have a booth in New York, and they're going to be booth number 3644. All right, and this is what they got. They got a lot of stuff. But this is just some of the stuff. We're not going to talk too much about it because we've seen these covers before. They're just been foilized, right? I don't even know if that's a word, but foilized. It. You
created it into the universe, brother.
I guess. But yeah, I mean, like Trish had mentioned, and we were talking about it too. It's New York City Comic Con is a year of the foil. I mean, seriously, it's like the '90s just threw up on itself again. So here we go. So we got this one right here, Ariel Diaz. It's Street Fighter #1. It's LE of 500. Too bad Big Rob isn't here, but Mike, it does have a couple of peaches there. What are your thoughts?
It does have TNA.
It does have a peach, sir.
I don't like it at all. It's way too digital, and the proportions are cringe in a lot of places. The butt is nice, I guess, but I mean it's not always enough to get me to buy a cover. I'm also not a huge Street Fighter fan, not like Rob is. I mean, I like the game, but not enough to collect it voraciously. Mm-hmm. So I've been disappointed in Ariel Diaz's covers lately, and this one's really no exception. I don't like it. It looks way too digital to me, way too smooth and shiny.
Oh, but I like smooth and shiny.
Well, realistically smooth and shiny is one thing.
Me too, brother. I mean,
all right.
But I like smooth and shiny.
I know. See?
It's like a baby's butt. Yeah, dude. This is I dig Ariel Diaz's I love her work. This one's too digital for me. And again, Alonzo, I could tell why you put this bad boy on there, but Cammy and Chung Lee, they go hand in hand. I'm wanting to look at someone different, take a new character from the roster, and bikini eyes them. See what I did there? Not foil eyes, bikini eyes.
Yes, man, you just pulled like a one of Big Rob's like repertoire, wanting to see additional characters or different characters.
Yeah, man. I need to see different characters because these old ones, they're not old. I mean, they're beautiful. They're, a part of Street Fighter staple. I mean, at least Chun-Li is. Cammy you got in there because she just was strutting her stuff around in a onesie, kicking that ass. But I mean, there's other characters that they have that they like could just use. I mean, you're gonna see them again. I mean, why not throw a Sakura, or why not throw in
You want some Zangief, right?
yeah, dude, with a banana hammock? Why
Yes.
not? Why not?
They don't want three swimsuit issues. They get Jesus.
Yeah, dude, or he's like this, duck lipping with his butt cheeks out, like facing you. You're like, dude, relax, nice. Zangief. Oh, was Zangief a good guy, not bad guy?
That's right. Love it.
Yeah, that's it for me.
All right, Jeff.
Meh.
All right.
Yeah, we can move on.
Jeff. Man.
All right. Well, you know what? What about this Ariel Diaz cover? Okay, so this is a cover for the Batman 181 Facsimile, and again, this is also from Carnivore, I believe. Jeff, since you said meh, let's start off with you.
Okay, I'm gonna say this one thing about the facsimiles. This is getting ridiculous again. This is going in that direction of over the top, ridiculous. Get your reprint of this and reprint of that, and then by the way, we're gonna make a foil cover. Then by the way, we're gonna make a con exclusive. But art wise, this is definitely better than what I just saw. Almost would say I might not even know it was the same exact artist, even though I know it's both digital. I don't know if I would have been like, oh, the styles are exactly the same. I do have a slight issue with the proportion, especially in the arms. But other than that, I dig it. I don't know. I would assume this is like a $30, $40 book at Comic-Con.
I would assume I'd go to the freaking toy booth and just spend my $40 on there.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Buy a badass back issue somewhere. Instead.
Yeah, man.
Would I buy it? Probably not.
Okay.
But at least it's better than the last one.
All right. Mike?
Yeah, so the guys are hitting on exactly the problem with these is the price point. The thing instead of these, the things that I could buy instead of these are so much better than this stuff. But that said, first of all, it's Ariel Diaz's work because it's Ariel Diaz's self-portrait. For God's sake.
Oh well, yeah, that's true.
I can see that.
Amen to her.
I too, like Jeff, have problems with the proportions, and there's something weird going on with the face. The right side of the face is like too sunken in or something.
Yeah, you're right.
Which is really, I know that's the hair, and it's throwing off my whole perspective on the face. I don't know. It's making the cover weird for me somehow. So anyway, there's that. But it's a pretty presentation. The composition itself is much better than that last one, and a lot less digital looking, a lot more attention to detail. So I prefer this one, but I still would. This is a hard pass at the price it'll probably be.
Okay. All right. And Steve, anything else to add?
What the point that Jeff threw out there, I just can't unsee it. Her arms. She looks like she has T-Rex arms. So she's very small.
No, she's got one giant arm and then one small little itty bitty arm.
Yeah, take my widow hand. It does look different as far as
it's gonna look so big in that hand.
Yeah. Oh Lord. It does look different from the Street Fighter cover, but it's still within the meh category. And then it being like those prices, New York Comic-Con prices, any Comic-Con prices, if they're modern, they're going to get you. The one thing that bothers me too is the facsimile stuff. If it's a facsimile, make sure you're paying homage to that cover, whether it's foil, lenticular, whatever the case may be, how you want to spruce it up, do it, but keep it facsimile because that's why you're buying it. You open the guts of it and you got like excellent art. That's great. But for me, facsimile to me is just a reprint of something great that you can't find anymore.
Agreed.
And you know what? I understand if people would get a book like this because they've never own a Batman 181, they probably never will afford one or willing to pay that much for it. And so I understand getting a copy of the book itself, right? And then you buy what you like. So if it happens to be something you like on the covers, fine. I get that. But this limited to 500 pieces, it's definitely going to be a pretty pricey book. It's not going to be $20.
No.
All right.
Definitely not.
All right. What about this one here? This is a Swamp Thing 1. And again, it's a facsimile. It's by Lee Bermejo. And it is an LE. Bermejo. Thank you, gentlemen. Bermejo. And it's LE of 1,000. All right.
Wow.
Mike's already like drooling. Are you going to buy this, Mike? The facsimile, right?
Yeah. Okay, but see, here's the thing.
This is the cover buy.
Though. This is different, though. This is a redraw of the original cover, and it's a fucking banger.
Thank you.
So now that's where the line gets drawn. This is a fantastic cover. It's worth a premium, and it deserves to be on a reprint of the Guts. I probably froze there at the end, but it deserves to be a cover for the Guts that are inside this book. I think this is a worthy cover for a facsimile. It's a really amazing cover. So is the original an amazing cover. But this is very, very good. This is worth $20 to me. It'll probably be more than that, but
some sauce radio.
But I would buy it in a heartbeat for 20, and I would even give it some pretty heavy thought at 30.
Okay. All right, Steve.
I agree wholeheartedly with Mike. It is a reprint of a facsimile, but this is where you would draw the line, right? If the art's excellent, and this is detailed to death. I mean, this is something horror-centric, something that I like. I mean, as far as the way it looks and the composition, it came out beautifully. That's where it would warrant me to be like, okay, I'm down with Swamp Thing #1. It's an LE of 1,000. And it's from an awesome artist. Lee Bermejo's freaking amazing.
I should say this too. I have a very nice copy of Swamp Thing 1, and I still would want this.
Right there.
See, I think that's why. I think that's why I would want it more. Because it's so different.
Mike Psych, what's up?
If it were just a reprint of Swamp Thing 1, I probably wouldn't care because I have a real one. But this is a different take on it, and I like it because of that.
Yep. I agree. I'm with you.
Jeff?
I don't have a Swamp Thing 1. I kind of want this one.
There you go.
When there's comic book art, and then there's like art world art, where you're like canvas art. This is canvas art worthy.
Well said.
This is something I would expect to see on a painting that would cost $500 or something like that. Agreed. You know, like you would see in Alex Ross's like gallery kind of stuff. Like that's that kind of worthy art, and that's where we're talking about. If you're buying for the cover, I get it. That's what this is, cover lovers, and that cover art that's amazing. So I mean, I would want it. Just I don't know what the price is going to be. It's limited to 1,000 pieces for a DC book. So
I'm sure Copy would know. I'm sure.
Copy for sure is all about this. He's saying DC now. Okay.
A reprint of a facsimile. Exactly. Same thing. Same difference.
Yep.
But this isn't your DC though, is it, Copy? This is Vertigo stuff. This is like dark DC.
Yep. This is some good stuff. All right.
This is the stuff I grew. This is stuff I grew.
Yeah, buddy.
All right. Now moving on to the Comic Mint, and you can find them at booth 3635 over there at New York City. Here we go, and this is Foil Mania. Everything's foilized, as you can see.
I'm blind.
All the prices, tons and tons of stuff. And a lot of these covers we've seen before and we've commented before, so we're going to take a hard pass on all of these. All right?
Yes, we are.
That's right.
Do you save
even the butt cover?
Can you go back one?
Yes.
Can you go back one?
Okay, just because you said so nicely, Jeff.
Thank you. I just want to say, you all know, if these were store exclusives and it had nothing to do with the con, they'd actually be probably cheaper.
Oh, for sure. They'd be like around $20.
So that alone would piss me off because I'm paying to go to New York Comic Con. And then I got to pay extra. You know, like, and then on top of that, nothing's original. Everything is just copy this person because they made some money. And I'm sick of these kind of covers.
I think the other problem is the foilization of things spoils most art.
Yeah, if it's not the right, if it wasn't made for a foil cover, you're probably not going to get it made correctly in foil. You have to redesign it at some point. But yeah, thank you, Alonzo.
Sure. Yes, tons and tons of like all of these like weird.
Don't forget, there's a wooden one too.
This is the shit that, guys. This is the shit that crashed the industry in the '90s.
Mm-hmm. Oh my! This is what I was gonna add on to this. Like, if you're gonna go to a con, and this is like your first time experiencing, you're jumping on, just starting. You are, and I guess you shouldn't say you're gonna make mistakes or these are the mistakes that you kind of learn. Because you're gonna collect what you love, right? Whatever is calling your name, you're gonna pick it up. This is something that you do not want to get stuck on because then you're left with these store exclusives that kind of will drop in price eventually, and now you're not able to really kind of get your money back. You're stuck with them, and like they become giveaway books or books to the library or whatnot, or they become dollar books, $2 books and stuff like that. So, I mean, if you're a fan of the artist and you want to support the artist, I cannot take that away from you. And I'm more than likely I respect people that do that as well. But yeah, I mean, in looking at all these exclusives, I was like absolutely mad.
Uno más.
Okay, go for it. Hit me.
To everyone who's going or who wants to buy New York Comic Con exclusives, we always say it, buy what you like. Okay.
Yep.
That's plain and simple.
Mm-hmm.
But also know what you're spending for these books, and then go, well, maybe I can get a first appearance of an X-Men character from 1980s or 1970s. Like, can I get it for the same price or close to it? That's where you're gonna have to make your decision for yourself. But I mean, I know what I would spend my money on.
Well, think, Jeff, if it's you, right,
Yeah.
and you're at this booth, and they probably have some deal like buy two get one half price, whatever the hell they do. Mm-hmm. And you're sitting there with like $70 worth of books in your hand, and you just bought the Swamp Thing Bermejo for $30, and you're like, shit, for $100, I probably could have gotten a low grade Swamp Thing #1.
Yep.
What the fuck am I doing with this shit in my hand?
Maybe not at New York Comic Con, but at a smaller con, sure. Absolutely. Yeah, and as far as if you really think about it, look how many just one booth, how many exclusives they have for this con.
Tons. Yeah. They got the entire alphabet.
Just the top half of those foil exclusives are just a nightmare. And again, I'm not shitting on any other store like exclusive or store. Again, this is what they're putting out, but it's just would you buy those?
You know how many colors there are in the rainbow? You know how many different books they can make for the same one?
I didn't want any of these as non-foils. What would I want them as foils for?
Exactly. All right, gentlemen, let's move on. Let's move on now. All right, we have these here. I know we've seen them, but again, this is Joe Juco because he is a legend, right? And
Some
these
Marvel
are
masterpieces.
That's right. These are LE 1000, and they're 1,000 each. 1,000 for the Spider-Man, for the Miles Morales, 1,000 for the Spider-Man, and they're $30 a piece, right? $30 for this one, $30 for this one. Would you guys be interested in purchasing these? Again, they were released before, but I wanted just to get your take. Again, you kind of hit upon the reissue, and this is a reissue of the exact same art from Marvel Masterpieces. Comic Man did another cover, another store exclusive of this cover. But would you still be interested in something like this? Again, reuse, nothing, just different background. All right, Mike, you like no, right?
Absolutely not.
Okay, Steve, same.
If you make them at $15, sure. Because Juco, it'll just take you back to like Master Beast, like the Deco and everything like that. But I mean,
No, thank you.
the ones prior, I feel like were way better. So no, probably not.
Right. And Jeff?
Yeah, the short answer is no. I just don't like. You see these Juco variants for just B covers, and you pay cover price, and I don't want the same art on a store exclusive. It's going to cost me like 6 times more.
All right. How about this one here? Because I think these are relatively newer.
The Red Sonja is the Red Sonja.
This is from Thiago da Silva.
He's
There's
new.
Realm of X #1 and also the Red Sonja #1. The Realm of X one is LE of 1,000. The Red Sonja is LE of 30 or 300. And then the cost Realm is $30 and the Red Sonja is $20. Jeff?
Great art. The Red Sonja would be the God. I actually do like the magic though.
Mm-hmm.
This is literally the borderline for me. I don't know. I'd have to almost flip a coin if I even would want them. And they also might have a what do you call it? Prospect factor involved, but God, I don't know if I get them necessarily, but they're great art.
Okay.
I like them both.
Cool. Steve?
Yeah, I dig the art. It's tremendous art. Looks great. Magic looks amazing. I don't like the white. I'm not too hype on the white background.
Yeah.
Need little something in the background. That Red Sonja though is baller. Now for something like $300, $20 is perfect. Especially if Red Sonja is your character. This looks amazing. So the
even if Red Sonja isn't your character.
Right. I mean, because she's just laying there like, Simenya. 78 points of articulation. What's up, baby? What's going down, man? Good to see you.
All right.
Awesome radio. Thank you. I thank you. I don't mean to, like I said, I don't mean to talk bad about any, store. I'm just saying.
No, we're not talking bad about the store.
No,
we're just talking about the industry itself.
Yeah.
All right, and Mike.
I think it's obvious that I would want the Red Sonja, but piggybacking off Steve's comment, even if Red Sonja weren't my character, which we all know she is, this is gorgeous. This is a gorgeous cover, and it's a wraparound, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, it's a wraparound.
Yes.
It is a wraparound.
See, that's like if I knew that, then that's probably a yes immediately on Red Sonja because I get more art as well
at a great price point, or a price point that's at least palatable, and a release on a book that has gorgeous art and is potentially piggybacking soon off of a movie. And I know Red Sonja isn't Dynamite, things in general don't have any aftermarket to them, but man, I'll tell you, like Steve said, if Red Sonja is your character, man, this is hard to pass on. This is maybe the best cover for the #1s, and there were a lot of them, even better than the Frisson, which is saying something because the Frisson's pretty gorgeous, but I think this is even better.
God, she looks like one of those 80s models.
I might just, regardless of the fact that I love Red Sonja, I might want this anyway. Yeah. So it's beautiful.
At an LE at $320, that's not breaking the bank. That could be one of those things that you're like, okay.
I know what she looks like. She looks like Angie Everhart.
Ooh, okay. Ooh. Well, she can ever my heart all she wants, Jeff.
That's right. All right. So moving on to the next one, we have the Comic Corner, and you can find them at booth 4003. So these are all of the exclusives they have at their booth. Again, a lot of these are reissues, some originals here.
Let me bring the toilet paper.
I know. So let's talk about this one right here from Takashi Okazaki. And this is, again, Star Wars: The High Republic, Shadows of Starlight #1. Mike.
That's a really beautiful piece of art. It does Yoda some justice, finally, not making him a silly little fucking gremlin like everybody tries to do all the time.
Or cute.
Yeah.
This Gizmo with the kimono.
Makes them look wise and powerful and cool. And the line works incredible. I like all three versions. To be honest, my favorite's the one with the trade dress. I don't know why exactly. It just seems more balanced somehow to me. But either way, I like the art completely on any of them. So I wouldn't buy the set. I would probably just buy whatever the cheapest option was to get the art. But I'm really happy to see someone taking Yoda seriously and not making him this silly thing like they always try to do lately.
Okay. Jeff?
Yeah, I mean, seeing Okazaki's artwork more recently, I'm enjoying his work. I'm enjoying his art. I'm enjoying his style. I agree with everything Mike said. I actually have to agree too. Definitely the one with the trade dress is the better version. And I mean, it makes sense. You want balance with your Jedi, so
I like it.
Yeah, I would hope that 1,500 limitation is a $15-20 book. That's what I'm hoping for. Because I would hope at 15 actually, but I doubt it with the $80.
I would buy that for
price.
$15. The trade dress one.
That's immediate cop. Sure.
Yeah, agreed.
All right, and Steve.
Yeah, I dig Takashi Ozaki's work. I've dug him since Afro Samurai. This looks amazing, and I agree with the fellas. The trade dress evens out. It would be a lot on the coin if you were getting all three. So just go with the cheaper route, take up the cover with the trade dress. You gotta again with the number one. You already know that's the first appearance, so it's a good spec book to have. And then it's NYCC cover, man. You got to go for it. Trade.
All right. And that now brings us to Trinity Comics. And we know Trinity Comics has a lot of great artists kind of like underneath their umbrella. You can find them at booths D1, E1, E2, E3, and E4. So they're all over Artist Alley over there in New York. So here we go.
They bought 4 booths so they can make one. I got you.
Yeah. So here we go. So here are some of the ones that they have. We have some by Adi Granov, EM Gist, Peach Momoko, Zoe Lachey, and again this one's a Mexican foil of the of Amazing Spider-Man by J. Scott Campbell. So let's talk about this one right here. The Mandalorian Season 2, number 5, EM Gist, LE of 1,000, and the black and white is 700. All right. Gentlemen, who would like to start?
Thank you. Wait, who started? Who'd you ask?
No, just who would like to start? I mean, there you go, Steve. You get to go. What's up?
Yeah, you know what, man? Trinity during Comic Cons, like there's certain covers that I don't buy, because I've been in the game for a minute, and I'm like, no more Comic Cons will I ever, outdo books or just buy too many books. EM Gist is one of my favorite artists. When Trinity has them, I dig it, and then it also sometimes comes with a card. This is clean. I dig the art. At cost, we pretty much know where that cost is going to run you. Probably like 60 to 50 for the set, right, Alonzo? But I think you could get by with the color. That black and white, it looks cool. But for me, it's the color. I would just probably pick up that limited to 1,000.
Okay, Mike. Man, you're thinking really hard. Okay, Mike, should we just go to Jeff?
No, I mean I like certain aspects of it. I really like the angle or the perspective of Mando's head, the way he's looking. That's sort of new and different. So we get a different perspective on the angles of the helmet, which is cool. We don't see that very often. He must have had reference for that because it seems perfect. I like the reflection in the Beskar of Grogu. That's a cool touch as well. The Ahsoka portion is probably the weakest part of the cover. Although it's fine. There's nothing bad about it, but maybe the cover is just a little too busy for me. Maybe that's why I don't like it. 3 characters is a tough one to do. It's a beautiful piece, and I like it, but there are much better Ahsoka covers. Because for me, that would be the draw, would be the Ahsoka portion of the cover. And
nobody puts Ahsoka in the corner.
That's right.
So it's okay, but
okay.
probably a pass for me.
All right. And then Jeff.
Yeah, completely agree with what Mike said about the angle of Mando's look. Like it looks pretty stoic. I especially love it, and Mike's already said it, but the reflection, it's all the detail that he put into it. The reflection of not just Grogu, but you can also see the reflection of his belt and the bullets or whatever. It's just so much detail. The wrinkles, the wrinkles of the armor underneath the Beskar, like it's just the Mando part is great. I think they could have done with the Ahsoka off of this cover.
Yeah,
and I hate to say that because I love having Ahsoka on the covers, and he draws Ahsoka just fine. Mm-hmm. But like Mike said, it's too busy, so I would have removed her and maybe put a background there.
Okay. One other cool touch, by the way, is I like that he's holding the Beskar spear, which was a short-lived weapon in the show. You don't see it for very long, so it's kind of cool that that's what he's got, rather than the dark saber or whatever else he might have in his hand.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool touch. Cool choice.
I think that's all we have right here for the comic corner. Is there anything else you guys wanted to kind of touch upon the Ahsoka here?
Yeah, I mean that's a beautiful cover. I mean, the Virgin people are asking crazy money for that already, but I do love that Grand Off. It's beautiful.
I even dig the Peach Momoko, the magic cover that she has.
I don't hate that one, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think Trinity out of NYCC made it out pretty well with their covers. A good selection. Except for foil Mexican.
I almost feel like Trinity knows what to ask Peach, what she likes to draw or what she wants to draw, and then she puts that effort into it. Because I feel like a lot of her Trinity books have come with a lot more effort than other store exclusives that I've seen.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I would agree.
So smart. Okay. Trinity's smart.
All right. Let's move on. Now we got Bird City Comics and Hive Comics that you can find in booth 3823. So these are the two that I know about. So we got the Zatanna homage, not Zatanna homage, the foilized Zatanna for issue number 15, which is LE of 500 at $40, and Transformers number 1. Which is limited to 400. Jeff, you had mentioned that there's more, but these are the only two that I could find.
Maybe I'm mistaken. I thought there was another one with a black, had two different covers. One was a black and white, one was a color, but I could be wrong. Or maybe it's just a new release.
Yeah, it's Spider Boy.
The Spider Boy. Oh, that's it.
Yeah, and it's a new release. It's not a con exclusive.
Okay.
Or air quotes, right? Con exclusive, because you can buy a lot of these online, even though they're New York Comic Con. All right, gentlemen, we'll start off with Steve. The Zatanna or Transformers?
You know what, dude, and this is where it's going to put me in what I've said about the foils. I love Adam Hughes' artwork. The fact that it's foil, the fact that it's Zatanna. I probably would buy this at 40. Being that we all know how many Transformer freaking number ones there are, the whole thing with the ash can and SDCC, now they're just riding the wave. So for me, I'd probably be like, all right, let me pick up Zatanna instead.
Just for, I think from an art perspective and just from the cover perspective, because the Zatanna cover only has limited color, it would not be bad in foil probably, because you wouldn't have those issues with the different colors. But yeah, that's just what I would say about the foil cover. But
okay.
I don't know. They're both $40.
I don't know if the Transformers is $40.
The Transformer kind of looks like an action figure cover too, just like ACBA posed in some sort of sense.
It does look more action figure-y.
If that's a word, right?
All I can say is Optimus Prime skipped leg day. That's all I can say.
Yeah,
he sure did, right? He needs some WD-40 in them legs.
I think if it had a background, I would like it. more. There's nothing wrong with Prime exactly, except for what just freaking Alonzo just said. And the perspective of the left foot, I don't know if that's right, if that would be the perspective I see, but or just a weird angle. I actually have to agree with Steve. I might have to go with the Zatanna.
All right.
Classic book. Adam Hughes art. Foil.
I hate myself for saying that too.
All right.
HK, Y for 420. 1/2 of the melanin and manga. Shit, girls.
All right, Mike.
Follow them.
What are you doing?
Man, I hate to do this.
Is that 3 for 3?
No, I hate to do this because I really this trend with people. Man, I don't know. I'm really upset about the industry for doing this, and I hate to throw really good people under the bus and lump them in with others. And then certainly didn't start this trend. And I know where this trend started, and I'm not a big fan of it. But getting classic covers just reprinted really bastardizes the originals in a lot of ways, and it really bothers me a lot. It doesn't. It just sort of spoils sort of making the original special. I don't know. Especially a cover like this, it's gorgeous. It's not that expensive. You could probably get yourself a really nice copy of it for $50, maybe with a tick or two in it. It's a black cover, so 9/8 are really hard in it. But I don't know. Just it seems to undermine the originals in a lot of ways. Sure. And I get it. Like it's the facsimile thing, right? It's people that are on a budget, but this isn't a budget. It's $40. That's not a budget book. You're not charging $10 for it. It's not a budget book anymore. So it'd be different if it were like the facsimiles, which are like $7. Like that makes some sense. Like you can't buy this $500 book. Here's a $7 version. Not you can't buy this $50 book. So here's a $40 version.
Yeah,
like I
can see where you're coming from.
I don't really get that. It's tough. It's a gorgeous cover. I see why Bird City's doing it. They're gonna sell it out. It's a Hughes cover. People are crazy for Hughes. I understand. Like from a business perspective, can't be mad at it, but I can be mad at it. So I'm gonna say hard pass on the Zatanna. I like the Transformers cover, but there's so many, and there's so many of them are Optimus covers, and this is not the best of the Optimus covers. So this is also a pass. Do I have to choose one?
You have to, but Larry, thank you so much. I just went to go visit Larry, Bird City Comics IG page. So thanks a lot, Larry. And you have other choices. So
there are other books. I thought I saw
that.
And Jeff, you're totally right. Akira. So Concrete Jungle, the Akira homage, and Boris Karloff, and this looks like it's the.
That's Batman. The answer.
That's cool.
That's the answer, man. Right there, the Karloff. That's the one.
I got the Karloff, the trade that they just recently released at Bird City. I just couldn't say no. I was like, sign me up, coach.
That is super badass.
We have carte blanche to talk about any book that they make and say our piece.
I know. I know that. And look, we know Laura and Ant really well, and they've said to me personally, please, if you don't like a choice we make on the show, rip it. It's fine. Like you're not going to make us angry. But I'm not talking about this one shop doing this one book. I'm talking about it's not me throwing anybody specific under the bus. It's just me talking about the idea of reprinting, and it really, I guess it started probably with
the Miles Morales Mexican foil.
Yeah, I don't want to do this. Actually, there's actually a couple before that, and I don't want to go there. Well, I'll talk off air about what they were.
Okay.
But just regardless, I just don't like the idea. And I own a couple of them, by the way. So because they're books I couldn't get my own hands on.
I got Action #1, Superman 1.
Well, I mean this kind of stuff, like the reprinted modern books.
Oh.
Ooh, Zatanna's already sold out on their site. So
like I've got it. So I mean, so I've fallen prey to it myself, but I still doesn't mean I like the trend. So, but for me, if these are my choices, that Karloff all day long. I'm gonna go. Maybe can I buy it now?
That Karloff
You can.
Nice.
Also, too, if they don't have it at Bird City Comics, you might be able to get it at also hivecomics.com. So
Cool.
Steve and Jeff, I know this is a late and you guys already gave your answer, but would you guys want to switch?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Boris Karloff for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
I'm like, Mike, I'm right there with you.
I mean, you know what? At least the Akira homage, the art is a little different. I like it a little bit, but I actually like it better than the Zatanna and the
Transformers
one.
Okay.
So Andrew, to answer what you're saying in the comments there, they're holding back for the con though.
Absolutely.
And they said that right up front that they were going to have this many on the website and this many for the con. So,
all right, let us move back over here. All right, thank you, gentlemen, and again, what was it, Justin, for letting us know about more issues, and also not Justin, sorry, Larry. And then also Jeff, also for pointing out that there was some additional books out there that I didn't get. So
MVP.
Yep.
Cool.
Thank you, gentlemen. All right, moving on now to the next one here. We got Spectral Comics at booth 3838. All right, so we have all of these here. We got Transformers again with these foils here. Batman number one. We have a Street Fighter, and we also have the Squid Game homage. I forgot which one, but we did the Squid Game homage. We did talk about this one before. So let's talk about the ones that were kind of released. And these are kind of weird. These are the Clayton Crane NYCC variants. You got Batman Scooby-Doo, and again, foil, surprise, surprise. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Stranger Things number 1, Sonic the Hedgehog number 900, and also Maleficent, which is a metal, by the way. All right, of the 4... All right, of these Clayton Crane NYCC variants, Mike, Dale?
Dale, which one of these do you like best? Batman with Scooby-Doo, which is a ridiculous combo. Stranger Things and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which is an even more ridiculous combo. Sonic the Hedgehog, or Maleficent, which is the villain from Sleeping Beauty. I know which one.
Lord Brooklyn, what's up?
For me, it's the Maleficent all day long. I mean, I'll pay for anything. Just so
look at freaking Apollo, dude.
Day was all about Sonic. I'm all about the Maleficent. She's my favorite villain from Disney, like by far, other than maybe the Headless Horseman. Which, I mean, Maleficent is amazing. I think it's a great cover. I love that the dragon's on there. To be clear, I would not pay $100 or $200 for any of these books.
Oh,
not even close. I'd be hard pressed to spend $20.
Wait, are those prices actually real?
Yeah, they ain't for show.
Yep, that was actually real. You can check. You can go to their website right now and take a look. But yes,
right now,
and they're going to be sold out.
Besides the metal,
You sure?
they're regular paper covers. Is that true?
Yeah.
Even still,
They're foil.
Even
Some of them
still,
are
a
foil,
metal
some of them
cover
are
for
virgin.
$200 out of the gate.
Yeah,
What?
that's crazy.
Come on, man. No, 75 maybe is the ceiling for that. That's 100 mate on a fucking perfect day.
No, you're right.
Not 200.
Even 100 for these regular ones. It's just like,
Jeez,
you serious right now?
That's crazy town.
You're getting Nathan hot dogs outside the freaking convention center the whole time. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
There you go, Chad. I'm with you. I'd rather eat a box of pencils than spend $200.
Number 2, please.
And in my lifetime, especially as a child, I probably did eat a box of pencils if I total it all together.
Oh my god. Yep. All right. And then Steve and Jeff, I know you guys are kind of talking about it a little bit. What are your choices?
Do I have to pick?
You have to. You have to. You have to.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, I'm gonna go for the pure video game perspective. I'll go with Sonic the Hedgehog. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, dude. I mean, well, Clayton Crane. I dig his work. I dig the Maleficent. But at $200, that's just a heavy pill to swallow.
Shameless plug for Cover Fire this week. There's an awesome Knuckles cover that's just $4.
Right there.
And it blows this cover away.
It's right. That's right up my alley, right there, Mike.
It's not my winner, but it's on the list.
Oh man, I love how everybody in the chat's talking about Clayton Crane.
Yeah,
oh man, just don't let him near your wife. That's all.
Dude, when I saw
Yeah,
Chad,
I'm
dude, I was
ignoring
like,
I'm ignoring all that.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Now, what would have been funny
I know.
is if that Turtles Stranger Things cover had been a Betsy Cola cover.
oh my god, dude.
Now that would have been fun.
No, seriously, there's no acetate covers.
Nope, not this time.
Okay, so look, Batman and Scooby does make sense to me because I used to watch Scooby Doo all the time, and Batman and Robin show up every once in a while. So
That's right.
for me, it makes sense. It's stupid and silly, obviously. For $100, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, Scooby looks way out of his gourd right now.
Their Turtles cover is just too busy.
Yeah.
I actually dig the Sonic and Maleficent art. I actually do believe the Maleficent art is the best. So I have to agree with Mike. I'm just not paying any of these damn prices for any of these damn books.
Okay.
What's up with the Stranger Things Turtles thing? Are the turtles in the upside down? Like what? How
I couldn't even tell you.
Honestly,
Yeah,
I have no clue. I think it's weird.
I think it's just because they're in the 80s.
Just crazy, right? Like you're like, dude, what is 11 gonna do with freaking Leonardo?
No. Chad, you spend the $200 to keep the wife away. Oh, unless that was your purpose. You go to dinner for $200 and keep her mind off of him.
Oh my god! All right.
He even got Mike grabbing his head.
All right.
Dying.
All right, and again, this was like for Big Rob here, and I know with Hyper kind of talked about this briefly as it was kind of announced. This is Street Fighter #1. It is a Bjorn Barends cover, and it's LE of 300, and it's of somebody else that's not Cammy, Chun-Li, Ryu, or Ken. We have Dalsum. All right, let's go with Steve, since you're kind of where before like you wanted different characters on there, so.
Yeah. I can appreciate other characters. Bjorn has some like banger covers. Some of them can be suspect a little bit at times. Dalsim looks good. His face looks a little off to me, like more horrifying and emaciated in some sort of sense. But I dig the touch of the art. So 300 at $30.
Is it 30?
Yeah, it says it right up there. Bam.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I would probably peep this, being that it's Street Fighter 2. So they reprint Street Fighter over and over at Udon. So,
Okay.
Yeah, I'm down. Sign me up, Coach.
All right, Mike. Mike's
not down, and I'm not down mostly because I'm a little over Bjorn Barends' art. I don't know. I really liked it at first out of the gate. It was different. It had a lot of dimension to it, and it still does. But I don't know. It's boring to me. Maybe there's like a layer missing. I'm not really sure what it is. I'm also not a huge Street Fighter fan, so this doesn't hit me in the feels. But still, it's an okay cover, but certainly not at a premium.
Okay. All right. What about you, Jeff?
Okay, so I see what you're saying, that there's something missing. I like the art itself. This does hit me in the feels. So I actually kind of dig his concept for this as well. I do wish there was a little bit more.
Late night.
I wish he mixed a little bit of brighter colors, maybe not so washed.
Yes.
And I get where he's saying it's boring too, because with the background it's kind of boring. It's cool, but not really cool. Not for a $30 cover. And with the wash, it does make it a little bit boring. But the art itself, I dig the concept and everything. So
okay.
Yeah, it is. The color's dulled down for sure.
I would be on the 50-50 edge on this one as well, because I do like Bjorn.
All right, what about this one here? Look at this. This is for you, Mike. Greg Horn, LE of no, it's really not for Mike. It's for me. LE of
for 50, sure it is for you.
It's $75 and it's the metal edition, right, baby? Come on, Apollo.
Dale, what do you like? Dale, come here. What do you like best about it? The boobs or the butt? You like the whole body, okay?
Yeah, that's the man right there.
Oh,
Good
Dale,
man.
a man
good
to
answer.
my heart, man.
Good answer.
All right.
We're gonna
Dale
get
has
canceled.
spoken. Dale has spoken. Damn
I
right.
actually like this one. I actually like. Actually,
Right?
believe it or not, I actually like this one. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what it is about it that I like. Is it foil though? It looks like it's foil.
It's
It's
metal.
metal.
The metal edition.
Okay. Yeah. Don't care for that so much, especially at whatever the price point will be for the metal. But I actually like the art. It's actually very good Greg Horn art. I'm back and forth on Greg Horn, but I dig it. I actually like this.
All right. All right, Jeff.
Like the art, especially when I know it's Greg Horn. I wouldn't buy it, and again, it's another Cammy, so I'm over it. Literally, see every cover is Cammy or Chun-Li, or both.
Yeah, but her breasts are caressing the sun, Jeff.
It's a good piece of art.
Yeah. All right, and Steve, you buying?
I'm not buying at 75 and it being metal. It's limited to 50. So even so, 75 to 60 is probably the comfort zone. Little Lord of Brooklyn. Cammy wins all the time. But yeah, this Greg Horn killed this cover. Aside from any of his other covers, right? I mean, there's some covers that he really doesn't knock out the park. This one is an exception to the rule. I dig it. Not at the price point though, but I dig it.
Okay. So here's the thing. So
She has no butt.
Good observation, Bruce.
But Apollo had said, like, I think I've seen this cover before. I think you might be right because it says Greg Horn and it's 2022. So it's possible that this was they're reusing old art or that it was a cover for something else.
It reminds me of those Marvel Women Mutant swimsuit covers.
Could be.
And hips.
All right. What about this one? Transformers #1 by Rod Rice. LE of 1,000. Cost is $20. Steve, you already saying no?
No.
No.
The Starscream, like the perspective of Starscream, he just looks like he's towering over Jetfire. Proportions are wrong, I feel like, in that sense. And again, I'm at the mountaintop. Enough with Transformers 1, man. I mean, we get it. Daniel Warren is on the arts. There's great stuff that's happening there. You know, you got Robert Kirkman, I don't think it's Robert Kirkman that's writing this. It's somewhat different. But yeah, I mean, this is just not for $20, not even for 10, not even for 5. Guyooch, 1/3 of the principal defects. What's going on, baby? Good to see you.
All right, Mike.
Sorry, did you call on me? I apologize.
I did. No worries.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, no, this is low tier for the Transformers covers. There are elements of it that I don't mind, but I mean the proportions are all off on both characters. There's some weird like squatty quality to Jetfire, and yeah,
you don't like his Popeye arms?
Yeah, it's the Popeye arm, tiny little head, and should look so badass, like he did on the Void Rivals cover. I mean, that's why everyone likes that cover because it looks great on there. But yeah, and Starscream looks kind of wimpy, like the wimpy face. He is a wimpy character, but he's also got enormous arms and like a tiny head. I don't know. It's a low tier cover for considering how many options people have for this book. I'm still about the RC.
Oh, 100%, dude. 100%.
That's still the best cover for this whole thing.
Yo, can you imagine getting a tattoo of this cover on you? You'd have regrets for life, right?
Yeah, regrets for life. Love it.
Regrets.
All right, and go ahead, Jeff. Jeff, just so you know, Guy's saying you look very pretty tonight. Did you give him a Ram Man? Did you get him a Ram Man? No?
No.
Man,
he says something nice, that means something bad's gonna happen to me.
My goodness.
Maybe that's his way of saying, "Hey Jeff, where's that Ram Man?"
No, that's just the storm before the calm before the storm, man.
All right.
But yeah, I agree with the fellas. I haven't looked at all the other covers for Transformers, and I would bet hella money that this was in the lower tier of all of them. Just Jetfire Lola, it's missing details. Like, if he's your front center character, why is he so like rounded and it's just weird. So yeah, this is a pass. I don't care if it's $20.
Okay. All right, and now we're going into the Whatnot show. So, Mellow Fellow.
See you guys. Have a good one.
Yep, I'm out.
What was that, Mike?
Mike's all, I'm out of here.
And Whatnot. Again, these are you subscribe to their Whatnot channel. They're going to be doing a number of giveaways, and they're going to be selling these Tyler Kirkman exclusives during the show. So here we go. We have the Turtles by Tyler Kirkman. We got all of them with a trade dress. Kirkham, thank you. And virgin variants of each of these covers. All right, so Mike, what do you say? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I seen those, Larry.
He's trying not to throw up.
But I mean, it's just, I mean, just like we're honest about how we feel about, Bird City Comics. I mean,
A, they're not good. B, Kirkham covers all look identical. Yeah. Even I don't care if they're turtles or humans. It's the same freaking cover every time. It's like straight front on shot of everybody with lots of blood splatter. I mean, it's like, dude, if you've seen one, you've seen them all. So these are hard. I love the turtles. And by the way, wait till you see the turtles cover. Speaking of cover fire, wait till you see the turtles cover for this week. Yeah, baby. These are not good. These are weird looking. They're just not good.
Okay. Sorry. All right. That's okay. That's all right. All right. What about you, Steve?
Yeah, I agree with Mike. I mean, Tyler Kirkham in the beginning, like prior to COVID coming in, he was coming out with different concepts. Now he's kind of riding that wave of like a negative space, like kind of like or these like beauty freaking magazines. This is just his concept. It's the same whole thing. It just is, and I love turtle books, man. I mean,
yes,
cowabunga, all the way. This is not something I would buy. No.
Jeff?
I don't like Chonker's turtles, so yeah, they he made them super Chonkers. Well, at least Leonardo and Raphael, yeah, they're pretty, and just like Mike said, I'm over the concept. This is actually upsetting because I have a couple of the Invincible covers. And don't get me wrong, I didn't pay for them. They gave them to me.
How dare he?
It's coming from one fat person to another. That's all. I get to comment. Okay, I got that right. I've earned it.
I'm over here. I'm over here rubbing my stomach too, like in agreement with you.
Yeah, it kind of is ruining the fact that now I keep seeing these and I don't like them, and it's ruining my copies, even though they have different sentimental value to me. It's just ugh. At least the Invincible ones were better, and at least they were the first ones.
Yeah, yeah, you have that, right? You always have.
Yeah,
that.
I've got. I don't have the first Invincible one that they made, but I got the Adam Eve and the Omni-Man one. So yeah, these are just.
I had the Invincible briefly and sold it quickly.
Smart. That's a smart move.
Draw me like Jeff.
All right.
Yeah,
well,
these are gross.
What about these ones? Again, it's more of the same. No, okay.
They're better than the turtles.
Like next.
Barely.
Oh yeah.
All right. So
move on.
Before we head into comic exposure, I just wanted to kind of add this here based on what Larry had said. Dogu has a NYCC cover for Space Usagi. So here it is on Dogu. You can actually buy it on dogushop.com. And this is the Peach Momoko ones. So these are the ruby red spot foil and also the gold spot foil. So let's click on the one, and I can't tell the foil portion of it. I think it might be this.
Yeah.
And that's it. $50. I don't know what the LE is. I wonder if we can make this like ginormous. Can I make this
Usually the
ginormous?
LEs are like around 1,000 or
it's hard to get in
500. I
there,
want to
man.
say.
All right. Okay. So, what are you guys' thoughts on these ones? Let's start off with you, Jeff.
I like it. I like the art on it. I think she has a reverence for Sakai, and might be one of her, like
Sorry.
what do you call it? Someone she looks up to.
No, you didn't.
So I think she does a better job when she does Usagi books or covers, and it fits. It fits. So I dig it. I'm not paying $50 for them though.
Okay. All right. What about you, Steve?
Yeah, I bought last year or the year before. I bought Usagi Jimbo covers, Space Usagi #1.
Yep.
I still have the singles that I bought, right? So knowing where they kind of land, I think I used it as an opportunity to beat Stan Sakai as well. Because I mean, if you're gonna go to a con, you definitely want to meet these artists. I probably would not buy this one though. Yep, I dig Peach Momoko's art and what she does. I agree with Jeff. I feel like when she works with Stan Sakai or there's a cover that involves like Usagi Jimbo, she really puts forth that effort to really knock it out the park.
Okay.
I'll give it one thing. It does look like a book cover.
Yeah, it does, right?
Yeah. All right. What about you, Mike?
So I actually really like this piece. This is exactly what Peach should be working on. These kinds of books are precisely what her style matches. And when she does them, they're great covers. I think this is a fantastic cover. I mean, I don't know that I would pay for foil or whatever the thing, but from an art perspective, this is the right artist for the right book. A really good piece into the details. It could have been too busy, but it's not. It's laid out really nicely. There's good depth to it, good color. I think this is a great cover. I really do like this cover a lot. So
Okay.
Please more of this Peach and less of some of the other things.
Nice. All right.
Wait for it for like 2 or 3 years. You might get it for a lot cheaper from somebody.
Yeah. All right. Moving on to the Comic Exposure booth, which you can find at 3825. All right. So these are a number of the exclusives you can find over there at Comic Exposure. But we are going to talk about this one right here. This is the Rose Besh Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Street Fighter #4. And this is the Super Nintendo box variant, right? Video game variant. It's I don't know what the LE is, and it's only going to set you $20.
Street Fighter homage at that.
Yep. All right, Jeff.
You know, I dig it. I actually like it.
Yeah.
And I think it's because I'm a sucker for these video game covers. Now, again, it is gonna wear itself out if it hasn't already. But Rose actually makes this work for her, and with her style, I think it does. And I kind of dig just the whole, like, at least she's got motion in it. So that's also another thing that I can really dig about the cover. So yeah, I mean, for $20, actually, I'm surprised it's not sold out.
Yeah, you can Apollo. You can find this and 78 points of articulation. You can find it right now on comicexposure.com at $20.
Her Chun-Li is great. I actually like her. I actually like Ryu. Ryu. Yeah.
Ryu.
You said Royal.
I said Ryu, but my mouth kind of got
Ryu. Exposure. Yep. All right. So what do you think, Steve?
Dude, I'm
you
a
in
fan.
it? You in it to win it?
I'm a fan for the fact that it's the Street Fighter homage, but also, if you guys remember, they also had a fucking fighting game as well, and that game was badass. So yeah, I agree. She killed it. She killed this cover. Chun-Li looks amazing. Ryu's getting his ass whooped, and Michelangelo's coming in for
Excuse me, 78.
for it. Ryu.
Yep. All right. What about you, Mike? You buying?
I'm gonna be a broken record and say this is the right artist for the right book. Again, you know me. I don't generally. It's worse than that. I don't like Rose Besh. Like, I'll just say it. I'm sorry, Rose. You're not for everybody, and I'm sure you know that. But I actually think this is good. This is the right style for this concept, and it works really well. So I'm not buying it. It's a really well done homage, or whatever we want to call that, or at least, I don't know. That's not the word. Motif. Let's use motif. That's probably a better word. And yeah, I like elements of it quite a bit. It's not for me, but I could see this going crazy. I think it don't happen to like her usually, but she's right for this book, just like Peach was right for that Usagi book.
Usagi, nice. All right.
Yep.
All right, and this is another one too, and this one is one that Big Rob brought, and this one is not for a comic; it's for an art book, so it's like a sketchbook, right? And it's the LE 100, cost of 30 for Sajid Shah. I don't know if we need to talk about it. If you guys want to talk about it, it's great. If not,
I do want to say that, you know, it reminds me of the box art on those Joes that you guys get. Those GI Joes, like the box art, like the kind of art itself, it's got that little reminder of it, or it looks like it belongs on a toy
Or a GameStop exclusive statue.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Right.
But I mean, these things aren't for me unless it's, you know, I'm a huge fan of that artist.
Okay.
It's okay. It's
All
not
right.
your fault.
And anybody else want to comment, or can we move forward?
I don't love it.
All right.
I think
All
for
right.
the price and the limited edition, I mean, you're winning if you love his art.
Okay.
Me.
All right.
Me.
And that does it for our New York Comic Con 2023 exclusives.
Man, you must have cut out a lot.
I did. You know what? Okay. I'll be perfectly. It's because a lot of them it was just a foil. It was just another cover for the same old book.
Different color version.
Store cover, and it was just a lot. And I was just like, you know what? We don't need to keep seeing all of this stuff. So yeah, we're good. We're done, gentlemen. And Mike, actually, where can we find you?
You can find me at CBSI. That's comicbookinvest.com. I do Cover Fire on Tuesdays, late morning, early afternoon. I think you'll all be surprised at my winner this week. Or at least you'll be maybe more surprised at my first loser not being the winner. But I just had to choose what I chose. And then Cover Tunes is my other article, which is on hiatus at the moment. But there are 200 to go back and read if you are so inclined. So
I like the black one.
go check us.
Does Dale read your articles? Because they're great.
He does not, but he's usually there when I'm writing them. So
very nice. So he helps you pick them out, I'm sure, right?
You don't write anything, don't lie.
He's all that brilliance, you see.
I'm the real brains behind the article.
That's right. No, I mean, I love your articles as always, Mike. I think they're fantastic. Thanks, and again, as always, it kind of gets you geared up and ready for that LCS run. And yeah, Paulo,
I just don't think everyone needs to spend, and I think this is the perfect show to say it. I don't think you need to spend hundreds of dollars on modern comics to have good art in your collection. You can buy the $3 and $4 ones every week. There's really beautiful stuff people just ignore. And so that's what my article is.
That's fantastic. I mean, that's so true. It's so true. I mean, we talk just about incentives and stuff like that. If we were a spec show, there would be more to it. Sure. Not only just about the art, but also about like the guts of the book. So, yeah. I mean,
wait, there's pages to read?
I've been doing it all wrong, dude.
That's just to bulk it up so they don't fly away in the wind, I think.
Oh, dude, that's what that was. See,
Oh, it's like paperweight. Oh, I got it. Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
And Mike / Trish, can we get the disclaimer, please?
Yes, of course we can. No artists were harmed in the making of this podcast. And in fact, artists that I have harmed in the past were redeemed.
He thought it was going to be a very negative show. Surprised him too, I'm sure.
He was like, if I see another foil cover.
I know if I see
parts
another
of it
foil.
certainly were negative, but
Facsimile.
there's some good stuff. Yeah, Facsimile,
Sir,
no, foil,
like Yoda,
no.
sir, and the
Peach,
trade dress,
no.
you were balanced.
Besh, no.
Yep. All right,
Oh,
and
my God.
Steve, would you mind going through the sponsors for us?
Oh, yes, sir, my brother.
Thank you.
Would not mind at all. All right, guys. If you guys are going to use a platform or you're in between platforms, remember to use their Mono 14 for 30 days of unlimited cover price and only 99 cents. Again, if you're in between platforms, pick cover price. You guys track the market, track the trends. You see the girls on tomorrow, actually, with Comic Book Women, as they give you the market, they're using cover price, guys. So you want to make sure use cover price at 99 cents. Give it a go for 30 days. It's worth its weight in gold, my friends. Worth its weight in
And
gold.
Laura, I'm sorry I bashed the cover tonight. Sorry. I love you still.
And I've been using cover
we
price to
love
get
them
ready
too.
for Near Mint Sunday. So,
Oh, that's right, brother. And then our friends over at Bird City will be at NYCC. So if you're East Coast, you're going to NYCC, stop by the booth. Ann and Laura are great ambassadors to the community. They're amazing. You have fun talking with them. They'll make you laugh. They'll keep you company. And their booth is always bumping. But Teenage 10 gets you 10% off your order over your purchase at Bird City. So they're releasing covers as they're releasing. Go on. Do yourself the favor. You still could be at NYCC by purchasing online.
Dude, 10% off that beautiful Karloff cover.
Ooh,
All day long, baby.
Yeah, buddy. And then our friends over at Display Geek, our brother Sean, toys. We love them. We collect them. If you're a pop fanatic, a Funko fanatic, then you got those display cases in the back of Jeff that are just waiting and wearing to collect more pops. And then also 10% off your first order. We'll drop it off. If you're an action figure collector, he has collection pop protectors for that as well. So that is it. Alonzo.
one more.
All right. Jeff, you can handle this. Come on, Jeff.
Ooh, Jeff, go ahead and get you some.
All right. Well, obviously today we had Cover Lovers, and tomorrow Comic Book Women, where they'll give that market report, just like Steve said. Wednesday, we don't know if we'll have a movies and shows episode. We still have not discussed that, and our lives are quite busy right now.
Loki?
I would love to talk about Loki, actually, but we'll see. I'll put it. We'll talk in the chat and we'll figure it all out, and we'll let you guys know. Thursday is Long Story Short. It's those ghost books. You got to go watch, Yeezy and Red Hood and who else is on that show? International. I'm sure there's even more Mercenaut. So you guys go check it out. They talk about some really cool books, stuff that you'll never knew existed. Then you got Friday, you got the Nearing Nirvana variety show. So, they'll talk about anything as pop culture or what's going on in the industry. And you get that information from them. Go join them for a good, nice Friday night. And then we've got Saturday morning toy box at Saturdays with West Coast Big Rob, Steve, myself, and Charlie. And we just talk about all the new toys that are coming out. We just want you to spend all your money. That's all.
Yeah, man. Well, can I interject? Friday, the variety show for Nearing Nirvana.
Oh, that's right.
Is the Witching Hour for Lucy. So join us as we talk through our paranormal experiences. We talk movies. We talk books. Gotta love it.
Yes.
78. We love you watching it, brother. We love you watching.
All right. All right.
Dale, yell good night.
Oh.
Good night. Bye.
Dale, do you want to take us out? Can Dale
You wanna take us out?
Energy.
If you want to do it right, say it.
If you want to do a job for it, if you want to do it.
Whatever that was.
All right, guys. Well,
You're
that's
the
it
best,
for tonight.
You're
Thank
the
you,
best,
Dale.
brother.
And everyone, have a good night. Thanks for watching.